Viewers, something exciting is about to unfold in Brazilian football, and it could define the team's road to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The question everyone is asking right now: when will Brazil announce their squad for the upcoming matches against Senegal and Tunisia? And even more importantly, will Neymar be part of that squad, or will the five-time world champions move forward without their biggest superstar? Before we get into that, here's some great news for all Brazil fans around the world. The venues and schedule for Brazil's international friendlies in March 2026 have just been revealed, and they promise to be absolutely thrilling. Brazil versus France. March 28th at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. USA Brazil versus Croatia. March 31st at Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida, USA. These two blockbuster matches will be Brazil's final friendlies before the 2026 World Cup. And according to reports from ESPN Brazil, the official confirmation of these fixtures will come right after Brazil's November friendlies. And let's be honest, these matches are crucial. They're not just friendlies. They're a test of strength, discipline, and readiness. After these games, the world will finally see how strong Carlo Ancelotti's Brazil has truly become, and how well prepared they are for the biggest stage in world football. Because let's face it, time is running out. There's less than a year left before the FIFA World Cup kicks off across the United States, Mexico, and Canada in June 2026. Ancelotti doesn't have the luxury of time, but he's determined to turn Brazil into one of the top favorites heading into the tournament. Now, let's talk about the squad and the big question surrounding Neymar Jr. According to multiple reliable reports, Neymar will not be included in Brazil's squad for the upcoming November friendlies. Yes, that's right. Once again, the superstar will miss out. And while that might disappoint millions of fans, there's a clear reason behind this decision. Neymar has been struggling with injuries and fitness issues since his move to Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia. Even though his talent is unquestionable, Ancelotti's current focus is on building a balanced and modern team. One that doesn't rely on any single superstar, but functions as a complete unit. In fact, Ancelotti has already made it clear that he's planning a major shakeup in the November squad announcement. The Italian tactician will announce Brazil's new roster live on November 3rd at midnight, U.S. Eastern Time, and fans can watch it live on CBF's official YouTube channel. What makes this announcement even more interesting is that Ancelotti plans to call up several players from the Brazilian domestic league, giving local talents a chance to prove themselves on the international stage. According to Ancelotti, this could be the final opportunity for players from Brazil's domestic clubs to secure a spot before the final squad is locked in for the World Cup. In other words, November could mark the beginning of the final audition for many hopefuls dreaming of wearing the famous yellow jersey in 2026. Sources close to the Brazilian Football Confederation have confirmed that President Edinaldo Rodrigues has given Ancelotti full freedom to select whichever players he wants, whether they play in Europe or in Brazil. That means the coach has total control over his project, and no political or administrative pressure will interfere with his choices. This decision highlights the strong trust and support Ancelotti enjoys within the Brazilian football system, something previous managers didn't always have. For fans, the excitement is building. The November friendlies against Senegal and Tunisia will be the perfect opportunity to witness the new-look Brazil in action. And it won't just be about the results. It'll be about seeing how the team gels, how new players perform, and how Ancelotti's tactical ideas come together on the pitch. Remember, every match from this point onward is like a mini test for the World Cup. Each lineup, each substitution, and each goal will shape Brazil's final identity heading into 2026. So, here's the timeline to keep in mind. November 3rd, midnight ET official squad announcement for the friendlies versus Senegal and Tunisia. November friendlies, the start of Brazil's final experimental phase before the World Cup. March 2026 friendlies, Brazil versus France, March 28th, and Brazil versus Croatia, March 31st. The final rehearsal before the grand stage begins in June. After that, the next stop is World Cup 2026, the stage where legends will rise and history will be written once again. Carlo Ancelotti knows this might be his one and only shot to bring the World Cup back to Brazil. He's already experimenting with new formations, rotating his midfielders, and focusing on young stars like Rodrygo, Vinícius Jr, and Endrick, who could be the face of the new Selecao. The journey ahead won't be easy, but the mission is clear: restore Brazil's dominance and remind the world why they are still the greatest footballing nation on earth. Now the big question is for you, the fans. Which players do you want to see in Carlo Ancelotti's next Brazil squad? Should he stick with experienced stars, or give a chance to fresh young talents from the domestic league? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, because the countdown to the World Cup has officially begun, and every voice matters when it comes to Brazil's football destiny.